Congratulations, Tracy and Byron, on 40 years of marriage. I want to just remix that just a little bit because I just know that it's true. I'm excited that I can say congratulations on 40 years of blessed marriage. I'm excited that your marriage is blessed, and I'm more excited to be a part of this 40 Things video series. I am Prophet Demetrius Jackson, and I am a prophet, a teacher, an author, a husband. I'm a husband, y'all. I'm excited. And just because I said that, let me go into this really quick. I'm excited that I was even asked to be a part of this series because today is literally 11 months that I have been married to my amazing and gorgeous wife. I love her so much. Hey, babe. But I'm excited to be a part of it because many people think that you don't have much to offer to things such as this if you have not been married for a long time. But I'm blessed that God has taught myself and my wife a wealth of knowledge. He's given us a wealth of knowledge in such a short amount of time, even to where I've been blessed to be able to minister in that realm, in that area of marriage to people. And it's a blessing, but it is also God. And I'm grateful that it's a supernatural thing. And I'm grateful that that also works in my marriage. But let me get to my task because I know Tracy is about to tell me about myself. Y'all, tell her to treat me right. I love you, Tracy. Okay, so what is one thing that I have learned about marriage that I can offer to someone else? I'll say that one thing that I have learned about marriage is being in ministry, especially being a prophet. I would say that in the beginning of my marriage, I did not know how to separate the prophet from the husband. And the Lord had to show me and speak to me along with counsel also. But the Lord taught me this lesson himself, specifically that my wife needs both. But the important piece of it is knowing who she needs at what moment. There were times where the prophet in me wanted to encourage with scripture and a word from the Lord and all of those things. And my wife didn't need the prophet in those moments. And so when things would not go right and we would have our back and forths or misunderstandings because she needed her husband, she did not need the prophet. The Lord had to speak to me and let me know, yes, you are always a prophet. But there's times where the husband has to come to the forefront. And the difference between the prophet and the husband is the prophet is there to encourage you, is there to give you a word from the Lord, is there to give you instruction, is there to tell you that it's going to be okay and give you solution and all of those things, right? But the husband sometimes just listens. The husband sometimes just offers support. And so sometimes there are times when you are in ministry and you're gifted, and it could be a man or a woman. It's times where you have to know, and it's always actually, I'll say, let me correct that. You always have to know and you have to learn and be able to discern who needs to come to the forefront in what moment. And be able to separate your ministry gifts from your role as a husband, your role as a wife. There was an instance where my wife was discouraged. We were getting ready to get married, and she had a health scare, and she's testified about this already, so I'm okay. They told her, oh, it may be cancer, and you have to get a test done. And I'm already like, it ain't no cancer in you. There's no cancer in you. Not gonna happen. That's not the Lord. It's nothing to worry about. So in my mind, and that's also something I had to learn, that when you're married and getting to know each other and learning each other and growing together, you have to understand that everything inside your mind is not inside the other person's. And so I was just like, babe, it's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, it was other things that needed to be done. It was things that needed to be focused on. But she needed her husband. She needed her husband in that moment to just sit and listen, to take in her feelings, to hold her, to support her and encourage her in that way. And so there are other things that have taken place in my marriage. And since I've learned that lesson the Lord taught me, things are much easier. She feels supported. She feels like I'm there for her, and I'm encouraging, and I'm covering her as a husband, not just as a prophet. She says all the time, oh, you're my prophet. Oh, you're my pastor. You're this, you're that. But it's important to me that I cover her as a husband. And so I encourage you today, just especially those that are in ministry, to be discerning and know who is required for what time, so that your marriage can be happy and blessed, and you can save yourself a lot of time and any type of back and forths that are unnecessary because of misunderstandings. But God bless you. That's my little piece. I hope it blesses somebody. God bless you again. Happy 40th wedding anniversary, Tracy and Byron. I love you both. God bless you. Goodbye.